Welcome to Newsworthy Stories. I'm so excited, right? We're getting ready to have the Bring Your Business to the Beach workcation, and it is going to be when? This
May
Thursday,
1st.
May 1st, this Thursday. And I tell you the excitement, I can't believe so many people have signed up for it. And I'm looking at two people who have been helping me do that, right? You have been getting the word out about the Bring Your Business to the Beach workcation, and you guys are a part of it, but you've been behind the scenes with your amazing networks, Ariel Levitt and her uh, Ripple networking app. And then Judith Mergillis, I have to say, to me, you should just have a sign that says Miss Deerfield Beach. You know, I miss Deerfield Beach and beyond, because I don't think I love Deerfield Beach, but I can't match Judith Mergillis, and both of them have businesses in Deerfield Beach. The Bring Your Business to the Beach workation is going to be in Deerfield Beach at the Wyndham Resort, uh, right on the beach, steps away. So I'm so looking forward to talking to you guys more. So I want to jump into it so people understand the importance of getting out there, registering, because actually we're getting really close uh, to capping it off, which is exciting. It's
Yes.
super exciting. I can't even. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
So, Ariel, you have the Ripple networking app. Can you tell us about what that is and how people, not only at the event, but anyone, can use this app and how they can use it?
Yeah. So Ripple Networking is a great app for events. So you don't forget where you met people. Then you can keep your contacts organized. So everybody that you met stays in one spot and it's all organized on the app. And then you can make introductions also very easily. So you can introduce, like if I wanted to introduce Judith and Jacqueline very quickly and easily, I could just click their names on the app and they would get notifications that I want to make that introduction for them and connect them. So there's three different ways to use the app and it's all available in one spot. So,
Well, I want to talk about Judith and Ariel. How did you guys meet? Because I know Ariel has this love for Judith as well. When I met Ariel for the first time, she was like, "Do you know Judith?" I was like, "She's my guardian angel or some kind of angel that she said." So what is that love about?
And it's no surprise we met at a networking event.
what we love
And
to do. We
yeah,
love,
it's what we like to
yeah.
do. And we just automatically clicked. And for someone who networks a lot, I have a 3 network per week rule. And so I am hitting a minimum of 3 networking events, quality networking events on a weekly basis. I know all the pitfalls of what happens after you network and you go home and nothing happens. So when I met Ariel, I think it seems like forever, like we've known each other. So I can't even I know it's been about a year, but it seems like I've known her forever. But she had the solution to that problem. Everything she spoke about was like dead on. I'm like, yes, this is all the things I face all the time networking. So it was a pleasure to support her app because I believe in it so much.
And tell us, Judith, what is it that you do? You're in mitigation and restoration. Can you tell us about the name of your company? What is it that you do?
Well, short bio.
I know, right? Because you are an everything
Yes.
person. Where do
So
you even begin?
I don't even know, but we'll talk about my mitigation company. So I do own a restoration mitigation company, Seeds Mitigation. We've been in business about 5 years. I've been in the mitigation space as far as adjusting and so forth for over 15 years with my insurance company. So I'm a licensed mode remediator and also a licensed mode assessor. Um, but mostly what I do, what this is what I have to do, what I love to do is connecting people. So
I
being
tell
that ultimate connector and making sure that we have the right circle and the right power partners and the right referral sources, and networking helped me do that a lot. And the app helped me do it better.
I have to tell you that, Judith, I don't really, that when you said 3 events a week, I was like, Wow. Through this process of organizing Bring Your Business to the Beach, I have been at more events in-person events than I think I've ever been, ever, especially in such a short time. But wow, I had to admit, and I really hated to admit it,
Yeah.
it was so profitable being in person. And I've learned so many lessons in this short time um, of being, doing that. So I might have to actually break out and come up with maybe one a week, because literally all of a sudden, I mean, I have just been to so many events. And I have to tell you, Ariel's connections have led to so many connections in
Yeah.
such a short time. Now, Ariel and the Ripple Networking app, was my first person to sign up as a sponsor. So I was just like, yay! I was like, wow, they like me, and we had just met, and I actually met, like, that old commercial that Mike, yeah, you might be too young, cereal, but there used to be a cereal commercial, and it was like, hey, Mikey, they like me, and it was just one of those things. That's how I felt, like, hey, Mikey, they like me, um, and people are really drawing to this idea of bringing your business to the beach. And I have to tell you, the Women Empowering Women in Development, which are women who, primarily women, they're not all women, primarily women who are in the construction industry and those who support it. I can't wait to tell you what they did. I can't
Well,
wait to tell you
if
what
I
they
if I know Nichelle the way that I know Nichelle, she's extraordinary. She's a definition of women supporting women. I literally had an event 2, 3 weeks ago. She was traveling all over and she had just flew back into town. She couldn't come to the event because she had a lot going on. She drove from Davie to come to my event just to give me a bouquet of flowers, congratulate me before I go on stage, even though she couldn't stay. And it's just the little things that she does. So she's at the event. I'm excited.
She is, and
I'm
she's
excited.
bringing a troop of people in this space, and it's fitting because the redevelopment in Deerfield is what kept banging in my head. Was there's so much redevelopment going on in Deerfield, and you guys are already a part of it. You're bringing people in on a regular basis. You're talking about Deerfield on a regular basis, but one of the reasons why I asked Judith to be on today is because everyone in that room, and Ariel also, is coming with a humongous network. And I don't think there's a person, you can't come in that room and not know somebody who knows somebody else. I don't care what industry you're in, because there are so many different industries coming together in this room. And the whole point is what? So at breakfast, we're going to be talking about maximizing your visibility in untraditional ways. Networking apps are very new. And the way that Ariel is doing it, nobody's doing that. And it's working. I'm telling you, in fact, today, I'm meeting with somebody else who connected me. You connected me with Drew D'Alberto, and he keeps connecting me over and over again. And I'm connecting again with somebody else today. And I'm just like, I don't think I should tell anyone else that I, want to connect, because I'm just, this one connection has led to so many more. And that was really Tamika James. So I have to give her a shout out as well, because Tamika James of CTJ 360 Photo Booth, and she will be in the house. So what I've been calling this is a networking paradise.
Yes.
I really think that this is just, if you're coming, you're going to be promoted in some way.
Well, and I always say networking is like it's the best way to get business done, as we all feel that way, right? That's why Judith goes to 3 networking events a week. No, but it's so true.
Or a day. Or a day.
Within a week or whatever. But it's so important because it's then, getting to know other people, because you can sell your business the best because people know, like, and trust you and have those conversations with you. And you are your brand. You are the person who can speak the best about your brand. And if you can do that and connect other people and work as a community and collaborate together, like you and Drew are doing right now, like you're collaborating and you're growing ideas together, and it's so much fun to see kind of what happens. And if he can't help you, he's like, okay, let me send you to this person who can help create this idea with us and create opportunities with each other, which is really fun.
And you have a video, right? That can show us how to use that app. And I'm going to send it to everyone who's registered, but I also want to share it today. So somewhere in the show or either at the end of the show, we're going to run that video so you can make sure that you sign up for the Ripple Networking app and see how it works and start trying it out. If you're registered and you're able to come to bring your business to the beach workcation this Thursday, that way, if you're already signed up, you can try it out and then you can bring your questions to Ariel. And then she might say, oh, well, that person's in the room. Because I can tell you this, Ariel, I can name probably 7 people from that group from 6 degrees. So that was another person she connected me to was Rich Rogers.
Yes.
Rich Rogers is of the 6 Degrees Golf Networking group.
In networking, you could be in a room of amazing business professionals, but if you don't do your follow-up, or if you don't find that person or be able to connect with that person and continue that conversation, it's wasted, right? You might as well just be sitting at home. So that's why I created Ripple, is so when people do check into these events, that they can go back and start messaging that other person that they heard somebody say something amazing. Because everybody stands up and talks and goes around the room usually, or somebody always adds some good juicy information to the conversation that's happening. And you always want to follow up with that person, but then we all run and get back to work because we got to work. We have businesses. So it's a great way to then continue those conversations and keep people, engaged with each other, because that's where really things happen.
I think one thing I like the most about the app is the fact that all the events are vetted, because it's not one of your, again, not to knock Eventbrite or all the other platforms, but if you pay, you get your event on there. That's, is a pay for fee. You just pay, you get your event. If you want to show up, you show up, but there's no one that's going to vouch for that event, that's going to vet that event. And even though you have the option to upload your events directly to your app, you vet them first before you post them, because you're connecting them to people that you trust, your network. They believe in you, and so therefore they need to make sure it is an event that is going to be credible. And I like that, because you can go down a rabbit hole going to events. That's why I say 3 quality networking events a week. You don't just show up and go everywhere just to be somewhere. And I like the fact that all the events on the Ripple app are vetted. And so, if you're going to look for an event on that app, you're going to be at a quality event.
Yeah, I was going to say, me included. Ariel met with me first. She was like, I don't care who, Tamika says you were. I need to meet you first. I need to know you. Same thing with Rich Rogers.
Yeah.
Everybody cannot be a part of the 6 Degrees Golf Networking group. These, and I tell you, the people in that group, I understand why.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. And we always talk, nowadays we talk more about it. Okay, yes, even if you're on LinkedIn, even if you're on some of these other groups, having somebody make that small little introduction for you is a huge difference. I don't think any of those people would have necessarily talked to me unless you actually said so. And I think they will, some people will, but it was magical when you did it.
I think it also lowers people's guard, right? A little bit. Like, if you're cold calling or reaching out to somebody on LinkedIn, yes, you can start a relationship, but it makes it so much easier if someone vouches for you, right? Like that Tamika was like, oh my gosh, you and Jacqueline need to connect. Like, I know you guys are going to hit it off. Well, I trust Tamika, and I know she knows my best interests at heart, right? And she has yours. So she's able to then I was just like, yeah, Tamika, I totally trust you, because I know your intentions are good. You really know how to vet people. I know it's quality too, right? It's going to be a quality person you want to introduce me to. So I think that is like the way, that's how business is kind of done, right? Like that's how Judith has introduced me to a million people, which has been amazing. But I know they're all quality people because of how she vets people. And she really has conversations with people to know who they are, what they're doing, and everything. So everybody that Judith makes introductions for is very vetted.
Thank you.
Yeah, which is what we all do, because there's so many scams out there, right?
Mhm.
And there's so many people you meet that are like trying to take advantage of you. We've all probably hit that in business where we've got like, we call them like the wolves, right? Like, like kind of eaten alive by somebody who wants to just take advantage of somebody else in business. And it happens. And it might happen because sometimes they're disguised and we don't totally see them right away. And that's okay. That's for all of us to discern. But it makes it a little bit easier though when we have somebody doing those introductions for us.
100%.
It's like backing each other up, right? I got your back, you got my back, we got each other's back.
And I tell you, with Tamika's testimonials that we're going to get, everyone who comes in that room, getting those testimonials and being able to share them with your networks, that's why this is a networking paradise. If you're somebody who struggles with getting your name out there or speaking up, we're going to help you do that. Now, I know Ariel needs to jump off here shortly, but I do want to mention somebody else who's going to be there. And his name is Charles Markfi Smart. And Charles Markfi, I knew him for the longest only in the AI space. He's extraordinary in the AI space. And then one day he was on a shoot with me, or I was shooting one of his friends, a story about one of his friends, and he was there and kind of a part of the story a little bit. And then he drops this bomb on me as, oh, I'm kind of an artist. Let me tell you what kind of an artist sounds like. He has, in the Bob Marley Museum in Jamaica, he has a room dedicated to his work with his name on it. When the Bob Marley movie came out, Paramount called him and said, can you create an interactive piece? Now, he just recently did a vernissage, which is he introduced his new work to an exclusive invitation-only event. And it was held in a $7 million home in Davie. So he's going to share a little bit about how to gain visibility through exclusivity. And I'm going to show you a little video on him too as we close out. But I just want you to know it is going to be a rich, rich, rich event. And I'm so excited for everyone who's going to be in the room this time. And again, the plan is to do it again, but I wouldn't miss this one. If you're available, please don't miss this one.
Please don't.
Because I don't know that I can get them all in the room again.
And we're excited. And welcome to Deerfield.
Well, this is my beach, right? I'm there all the time. I don't live in Deerfield, as I always say. Play in Deerfield. That's where I play. So, we hope to see you on Thursday at the Bring Your Business to the Beach WORKCATION. You can go on my profile and get the link, or go to Eventbrite. Bring Your Business to the Beach WORKCATION. Jacqueline Jimenez, Newsworthy Stories. I can't wait to meet you. Right? So exciting. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank
Have
you.
a great, great day.
You too. Thank you.
have just spent 2.5 days doing research. A what? A workcation.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. You create stuff and you don't know if people are going to like it, how they're going to receive it. And having all of you here means the world to me tonight. So the body of work that I've been really focused on is about creating impact. Creating work that's going to impact people. And so the pieces here are not just pieces, they have a meaning. Each piece has a story.
In this room, we were discussing how he does an amazing job capturing the facial features, particularly the eyes. He conveys emotion very powerfully. These two in particular really stood out to us.
We're just excited about it. Great paintings, especially with our Jamaican national heroes. The Bob Marley piece, Miss Lowe. We're excited about it. It shares our Jamaican culture and expresses it to the world. Charles is without question, one of the best artists that we have had coming out of Jamaica for a while, modern days, and always coming with a new twist or surprise to his work.
This is the first time I've seen Mark Fi and his art. I really love it. I love some of the pieces.
I have enjoyed the show. The work is absolutely beautiful. I truly enjoy better the abstract pieces because I think they're very different.
I find that he captures emotion and depth in the eyes very well, and just stylistically, and the use of colors is incredible. So really great time looking at all the pieces, and appreciate you guys having us.
But, thank everybody for being a part of this, and I'm so grateful.